Hello friend, today I am discussing the labor cost variance. That is the part of overall cost variance in which we have the three components. First one is the material cost variance. Second one today which I am discussing is the labor cost variance, and the next one we will discuss in another slide, that is the overhead cost variance. Overhead cost variance. We can see the overall picture of the total cost variance, which have three components: the material cost, direct labor cost, and overhead cost. As material cost variance have the two components: price variance and quantity or usage variance. Quantity variance have the further two components. One is the mix variance and other is the yield or sub usage variance. Direct labor variance have the three components: rate variance, time of efficiency variance, and ideal time variance. Time or efficiency variance have the two components. One is the mix of gang variance, another is the yield variance. Under the overhead cost variance, we have also the two components: variable overheads and fixed overhead. Fixed overhead is further have the further two components: expenditure variance and volume variance. Expenditure variance have the further three components: efficiency variance, capacity variance, and calendar variance. As today we are discussing only the direct labor cost variance, in which we have the three components: rate variance, efficiency variance, and ideal time variance. Under the efficiency variance, we have further two components: mix or gang variance and the yield variance. As the labor cost variance, we define labor cost variance or direct wages variance denotes the difference between the actual direct wages paid and standard direct wages specified for the output achieved. We can see it with the help of formula such as the labor cost variance is equal to standard hours multiplied by standard rate minus actual hours multiplied by actual rates. As the as the as the signs here show, AH denote for the actual hours, AR denote for the actual rate, SH denote for the standard hours or actual output, and SR denote standard rate for standard rate. Now we are going to discuss the subcomponent as the of the labor cost variance, that is the labor rate variance. Labor rate variance is a difference between the standard labor rate specified and the actual labor rate paid. Means what the amount one is paying and what it has predetermined. If there is any difference, that is called the labor rate variance. It is that portion of the direct labor wage or wages variance which, which is due to the difference between actual rate of paid and standard rate specified, can be computed with the use of formula. Labor rate variance is equal to standard wage rate minus actual rate multiplied by actual time or actual hours. This variance is adverse when the actual wage rate paid exceed the predetermined standard wage rate. We may discuss this with the help of example, as the standard time and rate for unit component A are given below. Standard hours 15 stand and the standard rate is rupees 4 per hour. The actual data and related information are as under. Actual production is 1000 units. Actual hours 15,300 hours. Actual rate rupees 3.90 per hour. Calculate the labor rate variance. Here we see the question or the example standard hours 15. It denotes the 15 hours required to produce 1 unit of goods and 4 rupees per hour to be paid for this. Means 1 unit production have 15 into 4 means 60 rupees cost. Here for the production of 1000 units, one is in actually applying the 15,300 hours while the rate is rupees 3.90 per hour. The labor rate variance using the formula we can calculate standard wage rate minus actual wage rate multiplied by actual hours. Total actual hours as here is 15,300 hours and standard wage rate is rupees 4 per hour and actual wage rate is rupees 3.90 per hour. Calculating this, we have got the rupees 1530 a favorable variance because the actual wage rate is less than the standard wage rate per hour. If we calculate the labor cost variance, we have to use the formula standard hours for actual output into standard rate minus actual hours into actual rates, which standard hours for actual output is a 15,000 hours into 4 minus actual hours is 15,300 into actual rate is 3.90 rupees. After calculating, we have got a favorable labor cost variance of rupees 330 favorable. Now we are discussing the labor efficiency variance or the labor usage variance. The labor time or efficiency variance is the result of taking more or less time than the standard time specified for the performance of a work. It is that portion of the labor cost variance which is due to the difference between the actual labor hours expected and the standard labor hours specified. We use the formula for this also. The labor efficiency variance is equal to standard hours for actual output minus actual hours multiplied by standard rate. We have to calculate the standard hours for actual output, that is the equal to standard hours divided by standard output into actual output. This variance is favorable when total actual hours are less than the standard hours, otherwise vice versa. Now we are capable to calculate once again the labor cost variance, that is equal to labor rate variance and labor efficiency variance. Now we will take again the next example to calculate the labor efficiency variance. This is the standard time and rate for unit component A are given below. Standard hours for one unit is 15 and standard rate is rupees 4 per hour. The actual data and related information is as under actual production again is 1000 units and actual hours 15,300 hours. Actual rate is rupees 3.90 per hour. Actual labor calculate the labor efficiency variance. For this, again, we have the labor efficiency formula labor efficiency variance is equal to standard wage rate multiplied by standard hours minus actual hours. Standard rate is rupees 4. Here we have taken standard hours is 15 hours for 1 unit. We have going to produce the 1000 units, means total 15,000 hours standard time required. But the actual time taken is 15,300 hours. Calculating this, we got a 1200 adverse variance. Now we are going to calculate the ideal time variance. It is a subvariance of wage efficiency or time variance. The standard cost of actual hours of any employee may remain idle due to abnormal circumstances like strike, lockouts, power failures, etc. Standard cost of such idle time is called ideal time variance. It is always adverse or unfavorable. It is notable that always ideal time is always adverse and unfavorable. We have to calculate this by using the formula ideal time variance is equal to idle hours into standard rate per hour. Again, we have if there are idle hours, actual hours used in mixed variance and yield variance will be reduced by ideal hours. Revised standard hours will also be calculated on adjusted actual hours. But in the calculation of efficiency and rate variance, total actual hours will be taken. Now we are discussing the labor mix variance. The composition of actual gang or labor may differ from composition of standard gang due to the shortage of particular grade or workers or some other reasons. It is that portion of the wages variance which is due to the difference between the actual labor grades utilized and the standard labor grade specified can be computed by using the formula labor mix variance is equal to revised standard labor hours minus actual hours multiplied by standard wage rate. We have to calculate the revised standard labor hours is equal to total hours of actual mix of gain divided by the total hours of standard mix of gain multiplied by standards hour for a specific category. Now we have to discuss the labor yield variance. The labor yield variance occurs when there is a difference between standard output and actual output. It is that portion of the labor efficiency variance which is due to the difference between the actual yield obtained and the standard yield specified can be calculated with the help of formula labor yield variance is equal to standard labor cost per unit multiplied by standard yield or output or actual mix minus actual yield or actual output. Standard yield is the output which should result on input of actual hour mix. Standard labor cost per unit can be calculated is equal to total cost of standard mix of labor divided by the net standard output. Now we take the example, a group of workers usually consists of 10 men, 5 women and 5 boys in a factory. They are paid at standard hourly rate of rupees 1.25, rupees 0.80 and rupees 0.70 respectively. In a normal week of 40 hours, the gang is expected to produce 1000 units of output. In certain week, the gang consists of 13 men, 4 women, and 3 boys. Actual wages were paid at the rate of rupees 1.20, rupees 0.85, and rupees 0.65 respectively. 2 hours were lost due to abnormal idle time and 960 units of output were produced. We have written this example in two paragraphs. First one is showing us the component related to the standard cost of labor, and second one is the actual expenses and the actual mix of labor. We have to calculate the various variances with the help of this example. Now, first we prepare a table of expenses related to standard cost, standard labor cost, and actual labor cost. We see we have the three types of workers in the mix: men, women, and boys. Men are working for 10 in the standard composition of, as we see from the example, is 10 men, 5 women, and 5 boys for 40 hours in a week. One labor is working 40 hours in a week, and 10 men working 40 hours in a week means 400 hours worked by the men. 5 into 40, 200 hours worked by the woman, and 5 into 40, 200 hours worked by the boys. Then here we have in the table 400 hours for men, 200 hours for women, and 200 hours for boys. And the standard rate is rupees 1.25 for men, 0.80 for women, and 0.70 for boys. Total cost, total standard cost for men is rupees 500, for women is rupees 160, and for boys we have rupees 150. All three mix we have the total 800 hours and 800 rupees cost. Same we have the actual figure for these three components of labors: men, women, and boys. Men are working for 520 hours, women are working 160 hours, and boys are working 120 hours. This also we got from the same question, because 30 men are working 40 hours in a week, 4 women working 40 hours in a week, and 3 boys working 40 hours in a week. From this, we have the figure 520 hours for men, 160 hours for women, and 120 hours for boys. And the rate rupees 1.20 for men, rupees 0.85 for women, and rupees 0.65 for boys. Total cost for men is rupees 624, for women 136 rupees, and for boys 78 rupees. Total mix of cost is 838 and hours 800. Now we are going to calculate the various variances. One thing also you have to note down, this component structure for 40 hours have been made for the 1000 units, and while the actual production is 360 units, and 2 hours are the ideal times in a week have been expended. First one, we have to calculate the direct labor cost variance. Direct labor cost variance is equal to standard cost for actual output minus actual cost. Standard cost for actual output will be calculated standard cost per unit into actual output. Means means 800 rupees is the standard cost and 1000 units produced multiplied by the actual output is 960 units. Means the cost is rupees, standard cost for actual output is rupees 768, and actual expenses we have made to produce the 960 units is rupees 838. Means it is the rupees 70 adverse. Total cost variance we may say is the rupees 70 adverse. Now we are taking the direct labor rate variance. Diver- Direct labor rate variance is equal to actual hours multiplied by standard wage rate minus actual wage rate. Here we have the three components of total labor: men, women, and boys. Or specifically, separately, we have to calculate actual hours of men work is for the 520 hours. Standard wage rate is 1 rupees 2.5 and actual wage rate is rupees 1.20. Calculating this, we have got a rupees 26 favorable variance. For the women, they have worked for the actual hours 160 hours. Standard rate are decided for them is rupees 0.80, while actual paid made to them is rupees 0.85. Calculating this, we have got a rupees 8 adverse variance. For the boys, they have worked for the 120 hours. Standard rate is decided for them is rupees 0.70, while the actual payment is made to them is 0.65 per hour. Calculating this, again we have got a rupees 6 favorable variance. Overall, the direct labor rate variance is total rupees 24 favorable. Now we are discussing the direct labor efficiency variance. Direct labor efficiency variance is equal to standard wage rate multiplied by standard time for actual output minus actual time paid for. Standard hours for actual output is equal to standard hours divided by standard output into actual output. Calculating this, first one, standard time for actual output. We have the for the men, we have the standard hour 400 hours, standard output 1000 multiplied by actual output 960. Means we have the standard time for actual output is 384 hours. For the women's, same standard hours is 200, standard output is 1000 multiplied by actual output is 960. Means standard time for actual output in the segment of women is 192 hours. In case of boys, again we have a 200 standard hours specified and for the production of 1000 output, while the actual output is 960. New standard time for actual output is 192 hours. Now we are capable to calculate the direct labor efficiency variance. For men, it is the standard wage rate 1.25, multiplied by the standard time for actual output, that is 384 hours, minus actual time from the table we have taken 520 hours, and final calculation we got rupees 170 adverse variance. In case of women's, standard rate is 0.80. Revised standard time for actual output is 192 hours, minus actual time paid is 160 hours. Calculating this, we got the 25.60 rupees favorable variance. In case of Y, again standard wage rate is 0.70, and revised standard time for actual output is 192 hours, minus actual time paid is 120 hours, and again we have got the 50.40 a favorable variance. Overall total of these men, women and boys total efficiency variance is rupees 94 adverse. Now here we are going to discuss the ideal time variance, and using the formula as previously mentioned, idle hours multiplied by standard wage rate. Workers into hours into standard wage rate. Workers in category of males, there are 13 workers, 2 hours in a week they have the idle time, and the rate is 1.25, that is the rupees 32.50 adverse variance. In case of women, they are 4 and 2 hours into 0.80 means rupees 6.40 adverse variance. For the boys also, they are 3 boys in actual, 2 hours of ideal time paid by 0.70 is equal to rupees 4.20 adverse, and total of these ideal time variance is equal to rupees 43.10 adverse. Next, we are taking the direct labor mix variance, that is the formula standard wage rate multiplied by revised standard time minus actual time taken. Revised standard time is equal to standard time into total actual time divided by total standard time. In case of mixed variance, we have to take the only part of time which is used for the purpose of production. Means we have a 2 hours ideal time, 2 hours ideal time, and if we taking this, the 2 hours ideal times for men's means 10 men's are 2 hours is equal to 20 hours of ideal time for men. 5 women's 2 hours of ideal time means 10 hours, total 10 hours of women's ideal time, and same for the boys, 5 boys and 2 hours of the ideal times, they have the 10 hours of total ideal times. You can see from the table here, you, we can see here 10 men, 5 women and 5 boys, and 2 hours of ideal times means 20 hours for men, 10 hours for women and 5 hours for boys. Total time is 40 hours of ideal time that we take here. Means the total time in a week have the 800 hours while standard hours, while the 40 hours is the ideal time. The working time is available to the workers is only 760 hours. Now we are going to calculate the revised standard time, that is for the men standard time is 400 hours, total actual time they have worked 760, standard total standard time is 800 and 800. Calculating this, we have got the revised standard time 380. Same thing we have in case of the women's also 200 standard time hours, 760 the actual time hours, and 800 total standard time. Revised standard time is 190 hours. For the boys, we have also the same situation. We have the 190 hours, revised hours. Now we are putting into the formula to calculate the direct labor mixed variance. Mixed variance for men, we have the standard rate 1.25 multiplied by the revised standard time is 380 minus 494 is equal to 15 equal to 142.50 adverse time. Here we can see from the table also how much the time required and how much we have imposed. Here again we have the 0.80, revised standard time is 190 and actual time is 152. 152. We can see it from the table here. Actual time is 520, 160 and 120. If we are calculating for 13, 13 means 13 men here and 2 hours means 26 hours, we will reduce from this 520, and in case of humans 4 into 2 means 8 hours we have to reduce from this, and in this case in case of boys also 3 into 2 means 6 hours we have to reduce from the actual time also, and we have to go here. Then if we will reduce the time 26 hours from the actual time taken, that is the 500, that is the 500, 520 minus 26, 520 minus 26, and 160 minus 160 minus 8 and 120 minus 6. We got the value, we got the value. Actual time taken is 494, 494, and in case of humans it is the 152 hours, and in case of boys it is the 114 hours. Putting all these into the formula for men, we have to got the 1.25 multiplied by revised time is 380 minus actual time is 494 equal to 142.50 adverse. In case of humans, it is the 0.80 rupees multiplied by revised time is 190 hours minus actual time is 150, that is the 160 hours minus 8 hours ideal time. Calculating this, we get the rupees 30.40 favorable variance. In case of voyage also, we have a standard rate of 0.70. Revised standard time is 190 hours and the actual time is 120 minus 6, that is 114, and calculating this again we got the rupees 53.20, a favorable variance. Total of this labor mix variance is equal to rupees 58.90 adverse. Now we are discussing the direct labor yield variance, that is equal to standard cost per unit into standard output for actual time minus actual output. First, we have to calculate the standard output for actual time, means 1000 units divided by 800 hours into 760 hours equal to 950 units. Then we put it the standard cost per unit is equal to 0.80, that we got as the 1000 standard units we have to produce in cost of rupees 800, that is means dividing this we get a per unit cost is equal to 0.80 multiplied by the standard output for actual time is 950 and actual output is 960, that bring us a rupees 8 favorable variance. Standard output for actual time already we have taken. Now we have to going to verify all these, such as the labor cost variance is equal to labor rate variance plus labor efficiency variance, that is the rupees 24 favorable is the labor rate variance and rupees 94 adverse is the labor efficiency variance, and total labor cost variance is equal to rupees 70 adverse. In case of labor efficiency variance, that will be calculated as the direct labor mix variance plus ideal time variance plus direct labor yield variance. That direct labor mix variance is rupees 58.90 adverse. Ideal time variance is equal to 43.10 adverse and yield variance is equal to rupees 8 favorable. Calculating this, we got rupees 94 adverse variance. That's all of the labor cost variance. Now, if you have any query, please may ask from me on my mail ID, and thank you for joining this class. Okay.